foremost, thanks for coming out. This is the Chicago Eagles Media Day. Those of you that were here earlier know that we did a lot of different things to get some images and some video together for our promotions throughout the season, so really excited to get things started. My name is Ray Kincaid. I'm the general manager of the organization. Was hired on not too long ago, and Coach Arvanitis and I have certainly been doing things quickly and swiftly and getting things prepared for the season. As you see, we have a lot of our players here today. Very pleased with the talent that we're going to have out on the field. Very pleased with what was able to be put together, and excited to see what's going to happen here on February 27th during our preseason game, and then of course our inaugural game on March 12th when we get things kicked off here with the Champions Indoor Football League. If anyone has any questions for me, they can go ahead. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and introduce the coaching staff here and get things started with the people who, of course, matter. Sure, go ahead.
What's been the entire process like for getting the Eagles together, and now that you're so close to the first preseason game? What's been the journey like for you guys getting everything together?
Sure. The process itself has been quick. As I mentioned, while the team has been going through their identity over the last couple years and the ups and downs that have happened between what went on in Indiana and then not being able to find a location there to coming here, that was a long and I'm sure tedious process that Coach Arvanitis could talk a little bit more on as he was on board with that. But as far as recently, it's been very quick. What we've been doing is getting in touch with a lot of the media, getting in touch to get the outreach going. Obviously, our social media channels, those things that we can connect with the fans, that's number one. Obviously, working with the community to find other supporters through sponsorships and those things. We've been around town, we've been on the phone, we've certainly been talking to people about those things as well. And now, even though probably should have been a little bit earlier, but we're okay. Now we're really focusing on the ticket game, getting our season ticket people in place, as well as groups and those types of things. So we're very community oriented with this organization. We are excited to get involved in the city of Chicago, as well as Northwest Indiana, and really show our fans who our players are and let them, show who they are as well. All right, I will introduce our head coach, Coach Tim Arvanitis.
Hello. As Ray said, my name is Tim Arvanitis. I'm the head football coach of the Chicago Eagles. I'd like to take a moment to personally thank the UIC Pavilion for allowing us to be here today. Special thanks to Bill Cowell. He's sitting in the office right there. And we also have Executive Director Kevin Schibler, who couldn't be here today, but we're very grateful for his continued support. And we also have Ms. Corey, who has helped us out a great deal in the front office as well. So we're thankful for the UIC Pavilion for allowing us to call this home. Also like to take a moment to thank my wife, Miss Robin. She's also our dance teacher, dance choreographer. She's had several years in coaching dance. She was trained right here in the city, actually, when she was younger, and she's been my blessing for the last 24 years, and I'm grateful to have her. So I also like to thank my daughter for being here today. She's all smiles, and you guys keep your hands off, you know what I'm saying? So nonetheless, it's been a journey. As Ray had said, our ownership, he wanted to start this arena football concept. He wanted to do it in Northwest Indiana, but it wasn't a perfect fit. For a while there, we were called the Indiana Eagles, and we since have changed our name to the Chicago Eagles because that's the right thing to do. And we've got more support than ever. We've got some great partnerships now throughout the city. So to change the name from Indiana to Chicago, that was every bit the right thing to do. So we are now called the Chicago Eagles, and in my opinion, we're representing the best city in the country. And we're going to bring a winner to this city without a doubt. Our goal is to win at everything that we do. I was talking to some of the players today, and they like how things are being done. And I told them we're going to do it the right way. So without any further delay, I want to introduce to you some of the people that are going to help me do it the right way. To my immediate left, we have our offensive coordinator, Jeff Karras. You may know the last name, Jeff Karras. His father played for the Chicago Bears, and I also believe he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And his uncle, Alex, played for the Detroit Lions. So you can see that, Coach Karras has NFL DNA. So we're grateful to have Coach Karras calling the offense for us. We'll have Coach come up here and just say a few words in a second. To his immediate left, we have Coach Hay, Coach Mel Hay. Coach Mel Hay is our defensive coordinator, and Coach Hay played for and coached with John Gruden and Marty Morningwig, who is still in the NFL. He played at SEMO, Southeast Missouri, and he brings a great deal of knowledge to the defensive side of the ball, so we're grateful to have him. We also have Coach LaFay. John LaFay is our defensive line coach. Everywhere Coach goes, he produces winners. As a matter of fact, he was at a high school locally here this last fall, and I believe 3 or 4 of his defensive linemen went to the All-State game. So he knows how to get the best out of his defensive linemen. So we're grateful to have him on. To my immediate right is Coach Lavelle. Coach Lavelle is in a unique situation. Coach is not only a wide receivers coach and special teams coordinator. When one of our wide receivers go down or get called up to the NFL, he's going to stand in as a player. So we're grateful to have Coach Lavelle here. Although he's coaching the receivers up, he'll probably challenge you too, because he's pretty darn good. So we're grateful to have him on staff. We have Mark Kanicki in the back of the room. He's the sharpest dressed guy back there. Looks fantastic. He's part of our PR department, and we're grateful to have him on board. He is a great motivator. He knows a lot of ins and outs of football in the city, and he's going to help us get this thing going in the right direction right away. Russell Bouse is our video producer. Russ was with the Jerry Springer Show, not as a guest, but as a producer. He's going to get all of our athletes their video, get it uploaded to Huddle, get it out there so that way we can send it out to the general managers in the NFL and the Canadian Football League. And I can tell you right now, after seeing some of his video footage, we're going to be deeply impressed, with what you guys put out there on the field, because it's going to be even greater to look at once it's on video. So we have our team reporter, Miss Danielle. She is Belaski. She's going to be doing a lot of the interviews, not only today, but throughout the season. So we're grateful to have her on board. She has a great deal of experience in the city of Chicago, being a reporter for her university, as well as interviewing some professional teams as well. So we really did a really good job in finding her. So one of the things that I think we're going to create here, and I mentioned it earlier, we're going to develop a winning tradition. The city of Chicago, it's known for its blue-collar football, and we're not going to disappoint. I know that there's a great football fan base in this city and its region. And what better place to come in the springtime at the UIC Pavilion to watch athletes that either played in the pros or aspiring to get to the pros come out here and dominate and bring a championship to the city. And that's our number one goal, as it would be for any head coach. But for me, I won't settle until the trophy's sitting on this table. All right, so we talked to our athletes as they were trying out over the last year or so. Yeah, we're high-fiving you, we're rooting you on and everything. Well, once minicamp starts, which is actually a week from today, we're going to be demanding. The high fives and so forth aren't going to be there as often as they used to be. We're going to require great results from our players, all right from the onset. So, and that's how you win. That's how you build a winner. If I sit there and try to coddle our players, we're going to be at the bottom of the barrel, and that's not going to happen. Not under my watch. I wasn't hired, to be mediocre. I was hired to bring a winner, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So, and our athletes that are coming in next week, they realize how important it is to put forth a great product in a positive way. I'm not expecting these guys to go out there and cause or get involved in fist fights, because they dropped the ball or somebody, got in their way. I expect these athletes to come out there in a professional manner, do the right thing at the right time for the right reasons. And without question, I'm convinced we've got 40 kids right now that are going to be given a legitimate shot to make the Chicago Eagles in 2016. So for those who are going to be there next week, good luck to you. Go get it. At this time, I'd like to call up Coach Karras. He'll briefly say a few things, and we'll just have the other coaches do the same thing, and then I'll answer any questions. Coach?
Thanks. I'd first like to thank Coach Arvanitis for the opportunity to be offensive coordinator of the Chicago Eagles. It's my first stint up in the Arena League after a long high school and small college career, and very excited about the professionalism I've seen from the athletes that we're working with right now, and excited to build an offense around the talent that I see in the room and that we've been able to see in the tryouts and the practices that we've had up to this point. And beyond that, we're very open to I should say I'm very open as far as listening to the students or to the athletes as far as what they want to, what they think is good for the team as offensively as well as what I think. And again, just really looking forward to working with all of us together. And that's all I have to say.
I'd like to introduce now Coach Mel Hay. He's our defensive coordinator. Coach.
I'm thrilled to death to be coaching in arena football. Again, it's my first real stint in arena football. I'm excited. My thoughts are fairly simple as far as everything goes. It's football. Okay? I'm a defensive coordinator. I believe in playing hard, playing fast. I think the most aggressive team wins the game. So that's what we're going to try to bring, is a hard-hitting, aggressive, fast defensive team to the field. We can do that. We're going to win. We're going to be fine. We have a great organization, have a great group of young athletes here. I'm really excited about having an opportunity to work with all the guys that are here. I know most of them. We met them briefly, and I can honestly say there's no one here that I don't think is a great young man, is a great player, along with being a good person. So I'm really pleased to have that going for us. It's not always that you get to like everybody you work with. So far, everything's going great. I'm really, really, really excited to get started so we can start cracking some heads and winning some games. Other than that, that's all. Thanks.
Before I call up the next coach, I'd like to introduce one of our PR directors. It's Miss LaDonna Ray. She was behind the screen here, and I didn't get a chance to see her, but I'm seeing her now, so let's clap it up for Miss LaDonna. All right, at this time, I'd like to introduce Coach LaFay. Coach John.
Thank you, Coach Arvanitis. Very excited to be here with the Chicago Eagles. I've been around this game for a decade plus, and I do have to say this is some of the most impressive talent that I've ever been involved with. The defensive line part of the game, it's going to be really tough. Definitely everybody's a ball player, and it's going to come down to probably the last day to make final cuts. After that, I expect, pretty much like Mel Hay said, Coach Hay, fast, physical, smack you in the mouth type defense. And exactly like he said, I expect to win. Thank you all.
A lot of the people in this audience, you weren't born when Ronald Reagan was president, but one of the things that he always said was you find the right people, you delegate the authority, and you don't interfere. I'm convinced I found the right people to head the ship here with the Chicago Eagles. I'm going to delegate the authority to them, and I'm not going to interfere. I'm basically going to be a facilitator. I'm not going to be a guy that calls the offense. I'm not going to be the guy that calls the defense. So I think we're in great hands. I really do. I'm convinced, and I'm thankful for you guys. Yeah, at this time, I'd like to open it up for any questions, if there's any at all. Miss Danielle, you first. Well, you know what? I've had a long relationship with the owner, and we've been together for 11, 12 years, and he's seen my resume. He's seen exactly where I've been and where I'd like to go. He's seen the success I've had over the years, coaching up teams that I've been a part of. And he asked me a couple of years ago, he goes, I want you to be the head coach of my arena football team. And I said, are you serious? And, he said, I'm dead serious. And that's exactly, the conversation we had. And then I called him back and I said, you had me at hello. Let's do this. Let's get it going. So, I'm going to bring all those experiences here, and I'm going to help, mold this team into a winner. We're not going to show up to a game with a bunch of flowers in our hand. We're going to show up with a hammer in our hand. We're going to be pounding some people. All right, we're going to be aggressive. As soon as the coin toss takes place. I mean, all the way to the conclusion of the game. And I can probably speak on all of my players that they're probably nodding their heads. Yeah, we know exactly what he's talking about. So that's how the city was founded, on blue-collar toughness. Mike Ditka carried it on for years with the Chicago Bears, and we're going to bring a little bit of that to the indoor game. And we're looking for anvils out there, guys that hit hard, that are willing to put their bodies on the line and go out there and give it all they have on every single play, between the whistles. So, good question. Yes, sir. Well, I think in any organization, brand new right out of the box, exposure. We definitely want to get the appropriate exposure out there to bring the people into the stands, and to us right now, that's the biggest challenge. We're grateful to have a media day where we can introduce people to who we are. But from a football standpoint, to me, that's easy. We've got winners in this audience, and we've got winners we're going to select over the next few weeks. And we won't settle until we're better than the other guy. We're gonna instill in minicamp that, hey, look, as long as you're better than the other guy, every single play, we're gonna be in great shape. Right now I think they got us ranked 5th out of 6 teams in our division. That's gonna change quick. I won't tolerate anything less. Our hope is to go out there and develop a winner right away. But we want to get people out to the games. I mean, in the wintertime, as you know, that you can go see a movie, you can probably go bowling one weekend, but then there's going to be times where, like, what else are we going to do? Walk around in the mall? No, come here. All right, catch a football, get it signed by one of our guys, maybe get on TV, go out there and have a great time. I mean, it's going to be fan friendly. It's going to be very affordable. And, you're going to witness kids that are sitting here that are going to make it to the NFL. Russell Bouse just isn't going to make video clips and put it on Huddle for us. We're going to send it out to the general management of the NFL. Having those ties, with our coaches, they still have connections in the NFL. Having an owner that is, connected to the NFL, that's important. So for a kid to come out here and get an autograph of a Chicago Eagle, who knows? Next year he might be on the Philadelphia Eagles. So, but the biggest challenge to me right now is, exposure. Yes, sir.
Coaching, repeat the question because the camera's not picking up the question, so repeat it.
Okay. The question, and I'll get you in a second. The question that was just asked was, what's going to be our biggest challenge for 2016 with the Chicago Eagles? So, and then we answered that. So, yes, sir.
One thing I've noticed already is that it seems like guys are all the same names and coaching staff. It's a very concise message. It's the same for everybody. So I want to ask about your coaching philosophy for yourself. How do you be more hands-on? I know you said it's let these guys do what they do. But for you yourself, how do you coach? How are you as a coach?
The question is how am I as a coach with the players? He added also about he knows I'm a hands-off type head coach. But one of the things that I think that, and I've talked to some of our players already, I'm not going to bring an athlete in and say, okay, we're going to erase your memory of what you did over the last 10 to 15 years, and we're going to rebuild you. Okay? I don't think we have to do that with these athletes. Some of these guys have played in the league. Some of these guys have been in our other arena football teams. We may have to tweak some things. Yeah, hey, open up your hips on this one, or hey, concentrate on this type thing. They're going to be minor adjustments, but we're going to be demanding along the way. If you don't finish a block, you're going to hear about it. If you're dropping passes, you're going to hear about it. If you're not, sending the ball out in the right location as a quarterback, we're going to get on you. Nobody is immune or absent of being chewed on. It doesn't mean that we don't like you. It doesn't mean that we're looking to get rid of you. I learned a long time ago in the NFL that if you're not being spoken to, you're 1 foot out the door. And that's the truth. I had a friend of mine, his nephew went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He said, hey, they were loving on me the first couple of days, and then I went up to the coach, and all of a sudden he wasn't talking to me anymore. He knew right then and there he wasn't going to be a Buccaneer much longer. So we're going to get after you. I'm going to hold my coaches accountable, okay, and they're going to hold our players accountable. That's how you facilitate things. I'm just going to oversee operations, and we'll talk and we'll get after each other in the coaching meetings and so forth. But when it's all said and done, we expect a refined product from our players. It doesn't have to be a complete overhaul. So we're going to be just fine. Question was that we're 5th out of 6th in our division. Is there any one team that we want to beat over the other? The answer to that is no. We want to beat them all. Naturally, you don't get respect by being in the cellar. You get respect by being at the top of the hill, and you're most likely hated when you're up there. But that's too bad. You look at the New England Patriots in the NFL. I mean, whether it's valid or not, I don't know. But they're talking about air not being in the balls, and the Tom Brady's doing this, and they're really getting exposed in a negative light. Well, I think in part that might be related to other teams really despising what they're doing at the top of the game. He's going into the Hall of Fame whether they like it or not. So, but you're going to get that negative press, that negative publicity. People are always going to come up and come at you and say, look, you're doing things poorly, and you're getting recognized for it. And our goal is to put forth a great product out on the field, give great effort, and get great results out of the deal. So. Well, I can say this. I think their parents have done a great job raising them. They're very respectful. When you're coaching in a small college or you're coaching in high school or even in the youth leagues, if a kid's not doing very well, you tell them to go stand behind you. All right? Kid's obviously doing well. You get them out there on the field, and they go out there and they perform. But you go out there and you see these guys hustle and work hard. At the end of the day, we've got to make some tough decisions, and that's something that's new to all of us. But we've got to live and die by those decisions. We can sit there and say Johnny's better than Tommy. Well, we better be able to win with Johnny. On the flip side of that coin, I've told our kids that who've tried out for our team and who have not made it to this point, stay by the phone. I'd much rather bring you back because you kind of know the lay of the land. You know who the coaches are. You know what we expect. You know the dynamics of the franchise. Than to bring somebody in off the street that's we've never even seen before. All right. So if I've got a kid that, for whatever reason, is just a hair better than the other guy, and this guy gets called up to the NFL or gets injured, I want to be on the phone calling the other guy. Say, look, obviously you didn't start the season with us, but we're looking for you to finish it with us because player A just got, called up to the Canadian Football League or the NFL, and he signed a contract with them. Ultimately, that's our goal because that helps in the recruiting process. If I get 10 guys that went to the league, kids are going to want to play here, and we're going to be able to, have some great camps next year, or later on this year, and because kids ultimately want to get to the NFL. They're not doing this just because they want to do it. They want to get to the big stage. So I hope that answers your question. Danielle was asking about how we can transition the outdoor players to the indoor game. I've said this before too. It's like playing football in a hallway. It's going to be a lot faster. Quarterback's going to test that, in the outdoor game, they might have 4 seconds, to plant their feet, look at their progressions and throw to the appropriate receiver. But in arena football, unless you got one phenomenal offensive line, you've got about 2 seconds to get rid of that ball. You're going to find a lot of our running backs, they're going to be blocking a lot more, and they're going to be blocking some big defensive linemen, or linebackers coming in the A-gap. We would like to establish a sound running game, but it's going to be a challenge because you're playing football in a confined area. So we'll find out. We'll find out. I'll tell you what, if the kids go out there and they work hard and they do what we ask them to do for 6 solid seconds, we're going to be successful. If they can't get it done, then, we've got to make some adjustments. But I have no doubts in my mind that we'll be in the tops of the division. I won't settle until it happens. Well, and the question was, how do you adjust to the indoor game from the outdoor game from a coaching staff standpoint? You know, one of the things that the indoor game allows you to do, whereas in the outdoor game you'll get penalized, but the indoor game allows our coordinators to get on the field. So they're going to be right there with our players. What they are able to do in the outdoor game, like I said earlier, you know, they may not be able to do in the indoor game because there's just not enough time. But we're going to explore options. You know, we've got a playbook right now, like 42 plays. You know, we're not, you know, we can always deviate from those plays. We're not going to just stick, well, these are the 42 plays and these are what we're going to go with. You might find there might be variations off of those plays, and we've got 90 plays out of that, you know, because in our league, as in high school and in college, we have to provide video footage of our team within 24 hours to our next opponent. So naturally, they're going to be looking at what we do and what we do well. So we're going to have to tweak it week to week. So we'll find what works for us and what doesn't, and we'll, you know, put that in the trash can and keep moving forward. So at this time, I'd like to call up any player that. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm going to give you back Ray Kincaid. Ray, you're up.
Thanks, Coach. So appreciate it. Before we take a quick break, we're going to take a real quick break and then get the players up here for questions and stuff. Obviously, thanks to Coach Arvanitis for articulating everything that we're doing here and doing very well and explaining it very well to all of you. A couple of things real quick. I know Coach got into the thank yous. Two additional people that he almost missed LaDonna there, but I was going to jump in on that one. But also Illinois Media School, big thanks to Peter Ferrari and his group out there, what they're going to be doing for us with our broadcast and with our graphics and the other types of promotions and things. We're really excited to have that partnership as well. And then my right-hand man right now, my intern, Brad Willis, he's been doing a phenomenal job for us, and a big thank you to him as well. So again, we'll take a quick break here, probably about, I don't know, a minute, 2 minutes. We'll get a panel of players up here, have them introduce themselves real quick, try to keep it to a couple questions each for them, try to hammer through it as quickly as we can. So bear with us. Thank you. We'll get the players started. Come on up here. They're just going to introduce themselves, their position, basically what got them here, and then we'll open it up for questions. So they're going to say something really brief as they walk up, and then you guys can hammer out the questions. Again, a couple questions per guy so that we can get through this pretty quickly. Thanks.
How y'all doing today? My name is Wandu Quimby. You know, I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I played 4 years at Jackson State University. And, you know, going there, coming in, not even thinking about playing football. You know, I tried out for the football team because I played high school ball, so I had the opportunity to go try out for them. You know, I walked on and was able to play a successful 4 years over there. So that was just a good experience and allowed me to grow as a teammate and a player. So I came back out here and heard about an opportunity for the Chicago Eagles. So I came out here and just been training to come out and play. And when I came out and tried out, it just went very well for me. So I'm just using this opportunity to do the best I can possibly do because I have a lot of people rooting for me, and I just want to show, you know, people that are looking up to me and younger kids that it's possible to do anything with hard work. So that's about it.
How y'all doing today? Jabari Buckley, Belhaven University, from Kosciuszko, Mississippi. So me and my guy played Jackson, Mississippi, Jackson State, Belhaven. Same, yeah. But yeah, Coach gave me opportunity, so come here and play. So, you know, it's just real blessing. I ain't gonna take it for granted. Just do everything I can to make sure these guys out there depend on me. I do my part. So I guess that's why Coach got that confidence in me. So every day I'm trying to make them happy and Coach happy and try to do my part, be a winning program. But position is offensive, defensive line. So I'm just ready to ball out with these guys. That's about it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I don't really think it's a transition. It's just if you love the game and you know what you got to do to adjust, you're just going to adjust. That's what we used to. You know, we used to adjusting game in week in and out every week. You know, we used to adjusting. So I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem for us. I think we're just going to tackle it head straight on. Yeah, appreciate it.
What's the difference from man, four-man line, or three-man?
Just in 5-man, it's more like the interior for offense and defensive linemen. So I had experience on the outside, on the island, and inside interior. So it ain't gonna be. It's just gonna be a lot of zone gap. It ain't nothing new. But we gonna much as we can try to get championship here, man. That's it.
I play center. I'm also a defensive lineman too. Came in, graduated from Central State University, the Marauders, Wilberforce, Ohio. Just coming from there, learning, coming out, being a college player, and just getting a shot. Coach also gave me a chance to see what I can do in tryouts. Obviously, right now, it's been a blessing now because I got to this point. So I'm gonna try to do everything I can do on the offensive side of the ball, help my guys on the O-line, help my guys with running back and quarterback, keep the pressure off them from the defenders. Just do whatever we can do. I'm gonna put my body out there on the line for all these guys. Bring the city a championship. So it's just work. This upcoming season, just being the baddest player on the field. I think that's what everybody else want to be. But as far as me on the offensive line, we consider like one of the nastiest guys on the team. So I think that's one thing that I want to be able to do. Just get that fear in the defense. Just be ready to play anything.
Name's Kevin Morris, senior. Started off the twinkle in my father's eye. I knew I was going to be great. Just playing. Attended and played at the University of Arizona. Played running back, fullback there. Actually moved this way about 3 years ago. Played for a few arena teams for the Green Bay Blizzard, the Chicago Slaughter, and recently with the Chicago Blitz. So basically just been here playing arena ball, trying to get my shot and stuff for the past few years. What's the difference between the arena teams? Well, first off, with the press conference, man, you guys pull out all the stops. You guys know how to treat a guy here, man. Get the full berg. But have to say, every coach, the coaches always have different philosophies, which is good because you pick up a lot. Folks like you, reporters and stuff are totally different. I'd say fans always come out though, so that's pretty much the same. But really, philosophy of how the coaches want to take towards the players and stuff. How long did I play with each team? Or about a year each team. At first, I would say young man. I feel so old. Only 28, but I'm like an old man already. But when I first started out, I actually played. I did a few games in Alaska. They used to have a team up there, the Fairbanks Grizzlies. And the thing I liked about being up there is that we would fly to every game. So every game we fly, and then wherever we stayed, it was kind of like baseball meets football, where we would spend like 2 weeks in a city, and then we would play 2 or 3 different teams, and then we would fly back to Alaska, then we would fly back into the city and stuff. And so I'd say about a year though, playing each team and stuff, adapting to the place, all that. So. Oh, I think she had a question. I'm sorry. I don't want no reporter beef or anything like that. I don't want to get going on. How I got to the Eagles was by sent film in to Coach Mel. He got back to me, gave me a call like, yo, I want you to come to this workout. The film looks good. Let's see what your numbers look like. Then went to the workout, did my thing at the workout, and then got a call back from Coach Mel, offered me a contract and stuff in the camp. What I noticed about the guys, we got a lot of guys from the West Coast, Certainly miss that growing up in Seattle and then going to school in Arizona, Cali I had tons of friends in California. It seemed like I don't even talk to them no more. So it's like it's good seeing people from that far west. Also just seeing the hunger, you know what I'm saying? Like every year you see a group of guys that are just, you get that hunger off of them. You see how hard and how bad they want to make it to the next level. So the best thing I've enjoyed was just seeing how hungry they are, and seeing their different backgrounds. A lot of guys have traveled from Indiana, California, and so just seeing where they came from and seeing where they want to go, it's been the best part of meeting the guys so far.
How y'all doing? My name's Anthony Hughes. I play defensive back, and this will be my third year playing arena football. I want to thank the coaches as well for giving me a try, for being a part of this organization, and I'm pretty excited for this upcoming season. Any questions? He asked me how do I feel about the players here, and do I see the same type of fight that I see from my past arena teams, and I do. A lot of these players that I've met, it's my first day meeting some of these guys, but a lot of guys are pretty excited for this year. They seem hungry. They're willing to work. They always trying to get to the field, and that right there I love to see. That makes me want to work harder, So I hope everyone take that same feedback and want to be hungry, try to get better every day. She asked me what is the risk of joining a team for the first year. It's a huge risk, but starting off like this team is, they show like they trying to get better and get to the next level. Having press conferences and all those type of things. Media days, I never experienced that with my past teams. So to actually see that's a step ahead of the teams that I've been on. That just makes me want to do better and be more involved with this organization. He asked me what things that I'm trying to work on to translate it and be better this year on the field from the past seasons. And the things I've been working on is first mentally, because if you're not set mentally on the field, what good are you as an athlete? So it becomes mentally by studying all the game films that I've had. I go on YouTube. I'm watching guys' footwork. I'm watching all different types of things that's going to make me better. I try to anticipate what the receiver is going to do before they do it, and that's just all by just doing my homework back at home. So doing my homework and getting 101s in, getting as much field work I can on my off time.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Morgan. They also call me old school. I play running back. I'm from Fallbrook, California. Played outdoor my whole life, so this will be my first time ever playing arena. So it's going to be a big change for me. So, yeah, cause I'm old, pretty much. I'm a young man stuck in an old body, pretty much. I still got a lot of life left in me for football, so that's why. Biggest challenge for me, honestly, is I'm actually doing better in indoor than I was doing on outdoor. Reason being is because I would get in trouble a lot for moving too fast, not letting the play develop. And here and indoor, it's go. There's no, just like I said, you only got like 2 or 3 seconds before the ball has to get off. So I'm actually happy to be here. I dropped everything I had to do, started training. So I actually trained for like 3 months, saved up as much money as I can, so that way if I did get choose to be here, my family was taken care of while I'm gone for the 4 months. So I was blessed. And my most proudest football moments? Honestly, just becoming a good leader for everybody. All the teams I've been on, I've always been a leader. I've always one that led the prayers before and after the game. Just becoming a leader, that's pretty much it. So, all right, thank you.
How you guys doing? My name is Ayub Hamida. I'm a defensive tackle. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. This is my second season in arena football. I played for the Minnesota X-Men last season. Then I heard about this league, and I seen all the great coaches, and I was excited, to play in a new league, new conference, stuff like that. So I decided to take that chance. So, any questions? What's my biggest adjustments going from the outdoor to the indoor? I mean, it's my first season playing in indoor. I remember my first game. I said, "Wow, this game is very fast." But after the first play, I adjusted quickly. But it's very high intensity. Within 4 seconds, the ball is gone. So that's what I love about playing indoors. Just like it's so quick, it's so aggressive. You get a thrill out of it. So the transition from Indiana to Chicago, basically. I mean, honestly, it's all about the fans. I mean, if you continue to win, and most importantly, if we stick together as a team, and we have fun ball out. You know, if we make the fans happy, they're continue to come no matter what. And if we keep winning, we do what we gotta do. The fans are gonna come no matter what. It's about promoting good quality and just being positive. Now, actually, it's my first time being in Chicago, so I'm excited. Thank you.
How y'all doing? I'm Rayshawn Jeter, play wide receiver from Youngstown, Ohio. This is my second official season playing arena football. Started off for the Dayton Sharks and Marion Blue Racers. One of the reasons I didn't play last year was just no exposure in it, so took a year off. We got a pretty good owner here with some connections, so I decided to come back and play. Pretty good offensive line, quarterback, things like that. Any questions? I mean, the coaches have a lot of experience just as far as playing on higher levels, and the owner as well, been an NFL agent with the exposure in that, so trusted that. He asked what was some of my football influences growing up. My favorite wide receiver would probably have to be Terrell Owens. Right now, probably be a guy like Josh Gordon, Larry Fitzgerald. Just a lot of guys is my size that does things the right way. Brandon Marshall, guys like that. Any other questions? Just put the work in, be dedicated, study film, get on the field, do what you got to do. Technique, things like that. Obviously, you have to have the ability to some sort, but just things like that. Just stay focused, be dedicated to your sport. Just as far as the fan base, just win. People gonna come out and see you if you're winning games. Just go out there, dominate the game, just win a few games, bring that back, and hopefully that works out.
All right, thanks, gentlemen. We'll replace these 8 with 8 more. You guys can go ahead. Appreciate you guys answering questions. Other 8 gentlemen, if you guys want to.
All right, my name is Rob Albano. I play offensive and defensive line. I've had a little pro experience last year playing with the Chicago Blitz. I also won back-to-back championships with the Chicago Chaos playing semi-pro. I'm from southwest suburbs of Chicago, from LaGrange. Looking forward to a great season. Happy to be here. Happy Coach Arvanitis and Coach Miller got me here. Can't wait to start training camp. Any questions? Okay, so I was asked going from indoor to outdoor, back to indoor, what kind of transitions help me get to where I'm at. It's pretty simple with the positions I play. It's a lot of one-on-ones, team blocking concepts. Indoor is a little more fast-paced, so you got to have your cardio up. Just got to prepare a little better. Outdoor, it's a little more team-oriented, slowed down. So it's not a hard transition for a line position. Yes, Danielle? She was asking how I took this jump of faith from the other teams to Chicago Eagles. Just saw a great opportunity here. Here at the UIC Pavilion, great facility, a brand new team to Chicago, their new arena team. I played for the Blitz last year. It was a good time, but this is a much better league, much better competition, more exposure, and I'm really looking forward to a great season here. Okay, so I was asked, having the experience in the indoor game, how I can relate that to help the team out and other people who haven't done it before. It's a lot of bonding with this team here. We've got a lot to get together in a short amount of time. So anyone with experience is going to help out. I'm a team player. I'm looking to take a leadership role and try and motivate everyone to, step up their game for this. Can't wait for what's coming up. Thank you, guys.
How's everyone doing today? My name is Joshua Hampton. I play receiver. I am born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. Last year was my first year of experience with the Chicago Blitz as well. And before that, to get to this opportunity, I was playing semi-pro football and, just worked my way up, and now I'm here. So just looking to take advantage of this opportunity. Any questions? The question is, for me as a receiver, how is it getting on the same page with, the quarterback and having a legit quarterback like Anthony? It's great, because there's not many QBs around in this area who are as good as him and have, the skills that he has. And I mean, he's also training with him. He also is going to give you, the best opportunity and, the actual look of, a pro quarterback. So, I mean, he's just someone you need, out there. He knows what he's doing, and that's definitely, being a quarterback, someone that delivers the ball, he's someone you need. So the question is, what is some things that attract me to the indoor league? Just the speed and the pace of the game. The speed and the pace of the game, how you have to be faster, you have to be quicker. There's no thinking. There's just going. There's just playing. You have to know what's going on, and I feel like that's even a better challenge to even translate to the outdoor game because it's even more space out there, so it's easier to do that type of stuff. So if you can do it here, you can do it in outdoor. Just working on endurance and conditioning a lot. I feel like that's one thing that guys haven't been doing, as far as wearing pads and, conditioning with pads and running with pads and stuff on. So definitely just working on my conditioning and making sure that that's, not the issue going into camp.
My football experience is, I started off high school, All-State honorable mention at Bolingbrook High School. And I went to college. I took the JUCO route, started off at Joliet Junior College. And then I went to Arizona Western College, and after that I went to Central Missouri. I'm a Central Missouri Mule, and then I tried out for, tried out for NFL, did a couple combines. My daughter was on the way, and now I'm here. Well, I'm from the Chicago area. I just know I love being in Arizona with the weather. This snow, I'm looking outside of right now out of the Pavilion, and I just love being in the weather, and I guess that's one of the perks with arena football is you're inside, and I just know taking time off, and now that I'm here actually getting the opportunity to play again, I'm just appreciating it, Well, before each game, I really don't have a ritual. I just, I like to listen to music. I like to be calm. I like to be in a calm state of mind. I don't like to be too jittery, and I just know I like to eat light, because if you eat too heavy, you go out on the field and you can't catch your breath and just real sluggish. But other than that, no, I just like to stay calm. No, I didn't say I tried out for NFL teams. I tried out for a combine. I went to a regional combine for the Chicago Bears, and I did my pro day. And I felt I did pretty good, but I didn't get an opportunity, didn't get a call, so I just had to soak up my pride and go back home.
How y'all doing? I'm Gerard Freeman. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I play football at Western Kentucky and Eastern Kentucky. I like to think of myself as a defensive specialist because my freshman year in college played as a true freshman, and I was actually a safety, but now I play linebacker now, so I like to think of myself as a defensive specialist. And I'm from the Chicago area, but since I've been in college, I've been a resident in Kentucky, so I'm a local player, but I don't live here now. I still currently live in Kentucky. So he asked me how did I deal with the transition of going from linebacker to safety or safety to linebacker. Well, I originally was a linebacker, and then when I got to college, they implemented me at the rover position, which is a safety / linebacker. It wasn't too big of a difference because really, when it boils down to it, you playing football, man. You just ball out. You do what you've been taught since however long you've been playing. I've been playing since the age of 6, so I went out there and I still did everything I knew how to do. What do I feel I bring different to the team? I can't say I bring anything different because I'm just like every other player who we put our equipment on the same exact way. I know I bring a sense of urgency and a sense of leadership because I'm gonna make the next player better just like I would want them to make me better. You said, how would I describe how I play? Well, a lot of people say they want their kids to grow up and play like I play. Nah, I'm just a football player. Ain't no special glory that I try to bring to myself. I just play the game that God gave me the ability to play. So I'm a hard hitter, and I'm a finesse player. I can guard receivers, stop the run. So I just play the game.
Hello, my name is Thalen Pierce. I'm from Ohio, but I currently now live in Texas. I play defensive back. My experience, I played arena football last season down in Texas for Amarillo Venom, which is in the same league as this. That was my first year playing. I just appreciate the opportunity that coach has given me. The reason why I choose this team is because of the opportunity he has on the table for me. Play fast, communicate. That's the biggest key on the field as a defensive back. Got to communicate. If you don't, you get exposed. How competitive is it? It's competition. Like I said, if you communicate on the field, there's no problem at all. Just make my job easier. Makes my teammate job easier. Can I do the dab? I don't do no dances. You're going to go through your ups and downs. There's going to be times you go through struggle. As far as that, it will make you want to give up. But that's the road you have to take. I didn't play college football. So right after high school, and I thought I gave it up. A couple years went by. A lot of my old coaches and a lot of my friends told me to get back in football. So I got back into it. Watched a lot of YouTube, did a lot of studying, practice, techniques, and like I said, just work hard. That's all you have to do. It's a God-given talent. So if you're born with it, use it.
All right. Well, again, that concludes today, and I want to say thank you to everybody without having to go through all the names again, but certainly a big thanks to the UIC Pavilion here. Awesome facility. We are excited to be playing here, our home games, excited to have events like this. The synergy between the Pavilion and the Eagles has been awesome, and we are excited and pleased with what they have. And again, Illinois Media School and SportstownChicago.com, big thanks to them. Big thanks to our partners there and what they're going to be able to do for us, not only today, but as we progress and as we do things. So again, much appreciated for everybody being here. Thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing you guys on the 27th. Thank you.